Most club cricketers all make the same mistake. The cricket season finishes in September and then they wait until January or February to hit the gym again. But if you're serious about your performance next year and you want to turn up with a body that's fitter, faster and stronger, if you leave it till January, it could be too late. So in this video, I'm going to talk you through what actually is the cricket off season and how you can use it to benefit your game. And if you're new here, my name is Sam and I started CricketFit to educate cricketers about how you can use fitness to improve your game. So if that sounds good to you, hit subscribe and you can watch our weekly videos on cricket fitness. Right, to start with, why does off-season matter so much? Let's be honest, the cricket season takes its toll. You've got long matches, maybe Saturday, Sunday, back to back. You've got a lot of travel, you've got repetitive movements, you've got training in the week on top of everything else you're doing in your life. And that also means you're limited with the amount of time you can train in the gym during the season. And the season starts off fine, right? Your body feels good, but then you get to June, July, August, and your knees are hurting, your shoulders hurt, and your back's hurting, and you're begging for the end of the season to come soon. That's not the right phrase, but you know what I mean. And that's where the off-season provides such a window of opportunity, because 99% of cricketers, unless you're maybe a junior, no longer have cricket training or cricket matches. And that's for 3 months at least. Now, what you could do is you could leave it to January and you say, I'm going to get started then. But if you do that, you're then giving yourself 3 months to get ready for the season when really you've got 6. And let's also be honest, if you're an amateur cricketer, life isn't all about cricket. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you quite like your cricket, but maybe you just want to be healthy and fit in general as well. So you can put your shoes on in the morning without your back hurting. Or perhaps you're a dad and you want to be able to pick your kids up without your back hurting as well. And that brings me on to something I believe really strongly about, which yes, we want to get fit for cricket, but if you get fit enough for cricket, you're going to be fit enough for general day-to-day life. And if you lack the motivation to go to the gym just off your own back because your only goal is to get fit, then actually using cricket as your motivation and your excuse and your reason to go to the gym allows you to show up more consistently, enjoy it more, and get better results. And personally, from the hundreds of players we've helped around the world, that's something I hear a lot. That actually it's someone who wasn't massively into their training, has given CricketFit a go, and it's allowed them to actually enjoy training and get results for the first time in their life, which is kind of cool. Now, back to what I was saying and why does the off-season matter so much? I haven't rehearsed this bit, so let's see if this works. Now, what I want you to imagine is I want you to imagine these things. I don't actually have a clue what these are called. Let's call these mats. Good question, what are these called? These things, let's imagine this is our speed that we're focusing on in our body. These big blocks, let's imagine this is our strength. And these balls, let's imagine this is our power. And why I've selected those 3 things is because in strength and conditioning, normally we're working on strength, power, or speed. And very often we're trying to balance all of those at the same time. Now, what a lot of people do is they want to work on this sexy thing called speed, and they want to work on this sexy thing called power. So we'll go straight into power and speed work, which annoyingly balances quite well. But if you're then doing strength work on top of that, yes, you haven't got a very solid foundation and it's going to fall over. And that is injury waiting to happen. What that also means is that if I wanted to add in a second ball and add even more power, I'm not able to. I'm limited. I also could probably do with these all not being black. But we're working with what we've got. Now, what we want to do in the off season really is we want to start with our strength work. And that is going to give us a nice solid foundation, hopefully. Then, after Christmas, we can then focus more on our power work. And because we've built a nice foundation level of strength, we can get more power from our body. Ignore these. And then once we've worked on our power, we can then add the cool, sexy speed work on top. Ta-da! And yes, ideally in a strength conditioning program, you're building all of these blocks at the same time. But it's very important to have a specific focus in each phase. Otherwise, you're chucking everything at once and hoping it sticks. So it's really important we understand that if we want power after Christmas, first we have to build the capacity level strength from which to build. Hopefully that helps you understand why the off-season is so important. Now, what months actually are the off-season? What I'm going to talk you through is an annual plan for a cricket player. And if you haven't guessed it already, each ball represents 1 month in the year. The green balls here are the off-season. The red balls here are the pre-season, and the black balls here are the cricket season. Now, if you actually look at this just as a representation of the year, it's pretty clear this is quite a big chunk that we probably want to make the most of. So in terms of what we'd focus on during the off season or the general prep phase, from October through to December, our rep ranges are probably going to be a little bit higher, maybe 8 to 12, maybe even 15 reps, dependent on the exercise. We might have in more isometric holds, so we can build capacity in the areas we want to, our hamstrings, our calves, our quads, for example. And as we approach Christmas time, around these second two balls, we're probably going to lower the volume, so the number of reps, but increase the intensity. So around Christmas time is where we want to be peaking with our strength. We're doing our big squats, our lunges, our hinges, our big presses and our big pulls. And this month here, a little bit here as well, is where we're probably going to be lifting the heaviest weights. And I've covered pre-season in a different video, but just for the context of this, in pre-season, we want to be focusing more on our power and rate of force development. There's still going to be a strength element. We're still going to be improving our strength, but our main focus is on power. And then that means we can get to the season and we're feeling strong, we're moving well, we're moving quick. And our goal is then to maintain all of that during the season. And we do that by keeping our intensity high and dropping our volume. So to summarize, it's really important we start training before Christmas, working on our movement quality, building our strength and improving our capacity so that we've got a really good base from which to push on after Christmas. Now, if you're looking for a S&C program that focuses on all of this and brings it together into a nice, simple app, and all you need to do is turn up and do the sessions, knowing all of this is taken care of, then I'll pop a link in the description below to our program finder page on our website, where you can have a look at all our different S&C programs and sign up and get started today. I hope that all made sense. If it didn't, drop a comment below and I'll get back to any questions that you've got. And if you're interested in learning more about pre-season, then if you click up here, hopefully, I'll drop a link to our pre-season training video that I made a few months ago. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified when our next video goes live. Thank you.